What is up, Insaners, and welcome to another video of the Fantasy Premier League 2022-23 season. In this one, guys, we're going to talk about some key dilemmas for Game Week 16. So if you like the video today, make sure that you hit the like button. You can also subscribe to the Insanely Football YouTube channel for more FPL content. And with that, let's start today's video. Now let's move on to the first question, guys. Is it worth taking a -4 this week? I think there is no right or wrong answer here. There's no correct answer here. We just have 1 week of opportunity before we break for the World Cup. And I think if you are okay with a bit of a risk, if you are a risk-taking manager, this is the week for you guys. You can easily take a hit. You can catch hauls. There are certain teams, there are certain players who have good fixtures, and you can easily get hauls from them and have a good gain in rank. I won't recommend taking a hit for a defender, guys, because the upside is generally less. But you can look at midfielders. You can look at forwards, for example. Let's say if you want to replace a Mitrovic, for example, there are options to kind of go for. If you are looking to get in Salah, for example, and captain him, I think the hit is worth it. But I think you should not do this in case if you are planning to take out KDB for a Salah transfer in, guys. I think retaining KDB makes a lot of sense, and I think he himself in isolation is a good player to have this week. Now let's move on to the next one, guys. What are some good 1 week punts to go for in Game Week 16? So I just mentioned that you don't have to make a defender transfer or maybe even take a hit for a defender. But in case if you are trying to replace a Dalot and if you don't have anyone from the bench to cover off, guys, I think Perisic is a great option to go for. Tottenham, yes, they haven't really looked that great in defense and the clean sheet potential is generally less. But with Perisic, guys, you're gonna get a lot of attacking threat. There is a possibility of an attacking return or even more attacking returns against a leaky lead side. I think if you're looking at 1 week in isolation, he's the defender to go for, guys. In case you want to go premium, you can of course look at a Robertson, but then again, Robertson also comes with a slight risk because Liverpool have been quite bad in terms of keeping clean sheets. But then again, like Perisic, his attacking potential is quite high, and I think as a 1 week punt, he's okay. Coming to midfielders, guys, and if we get some information about Phil Foden getting benched again, of course, you can look at replacements, guys, because it's just 1 week that you have to kind of select for. I think Bukayo Saka is the one to go for. In case you want to go a bit safer, you want to still target a premium team and a good attacker, I think Bukayo Saka is the one to go for. You can also look at options like a Wilfried Zaha or even a Rashford, who are more popular options. They have favorable fixtures. Yes, they also help you to get a little bit more money, and maybe if you want to make another transfer, I think those two are the ones to go for. If you're looking at a differential midfield, guys, I think Kulusevski is another great 1 week punt. Just remember that he's returning from injury, so there's a slight risk with the pick, but I think he's going to start against Leeds. Leeds are a side, they concede a lot of goals, a lot of chances. I think Kulusevski as a 1 week punt is okay. He can get a huge haul and give you a lot of FPL points and a huge boost in rank. You can also look at forwards like a Darwin Núñez or a Dominic Solanke if you are looking to replace a Mitrovic. Let's say if you have some additional money, I think Darwin Núñez is a great option to go for. In case if you're looking at a downgrade, then I think Dominic Solanke is the one to look at. So let's move to the next one, guys. Who are the best replacements for Diego Dalot? Now, I mentioned that you don't have to take a hit or maybe even make a defender transfer. But in case if you're falling short of the third defender and you're looking at a player, I think you can easily replace Dalot. You can get a Perisic if you have some additional money. In case if you don't, guys, you can also look at Luke Shaw. I think he's going to start for Man United this week. He's also very less owned. I think only about 1 to 2% managers own him in the game. I think he's a great differential in isolation for just 1 week against Fulham. Let's say if you have more money, as I mentioned earlier, you can also go premium. You can look at a Trent, you can look at a Robertson. I think Robertson is a great option if you're looking at a differential, and I think you can get them in for 1 week. Now let's move on to the last question for Game Week 16, guys. The last dilemma that a lot of FPL managers have is what to do with Man City players. Now I think the first name has to be Erling Haaland, guys. He didn't feature in the Man City's 2-0 win against Chelsea in the EFL Cup. Now one major positive is that he was rested entirely, and I think he's quite likely to start against Brentford this week. Of course, there are doubts about his fitness, but unless Pep rules him out, I think he's still a decent hold, a decent transfer this week. You can of course look at replacements if we get accurate news about him getting benched, but I think he's a good hold. I think he's a great captaincy option as well. Now coming to other options like a Joao Cancelo or even a Kevin De Bruyne, guys, they both are perfect holds. Now Cancelo, he did serve his 1-match ban in the EFL Cup, and he's definitely available for selection in Game Week 16. Now KDB also didn't start, and there are high chances that KDB starts this game against Brentford. It's a prime fixture, prime attacking fixture for Man City attackers, and I think they're definitely good holds. Both of them are worth holding this week. Now the situation with Phil Foden is a bit tricky, guys. In case if we have some information that he is probably getting benched, then you have replacements like a Kulusevski, you can go Saka, you can go cheaper with a Rashford or a Zaha. But in case if we do not get information, I think there's worth holding him in this week. I think it's a great fixture. I think because of the fact that he was rested midweek in the FL Cup game, there are high chances that he starts this week. Now, in case if he is starting, if we get some news that he is starting, he's a perfect hold, guys. Do not worry, there is a lot of potential against Brentford. I think he's still a good option this week. So before making any moves, guys, do make sure that you look out for some leaked lineups or some team news before the deadline. Of course, it comes with a risk because the servers might crash again. But then again, I think it's a risk worth taking, guys. You can, of course, keep your teams ready, keep your transfers ready, and as soon as you get the information, just make those moves. So that'll be all from my side for this video, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you enjoyed this video today. Make sure you hit the like button if you did. You can also subscribe to the Insanely Football YouTube channel for more FPL content. Thank you so much for watching. Now we'll be back in a couple of hours for the deadline stream. So do join us if you have any last minute questions, any last minute queries. We'll of course love to help you out. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you Insaners next time.